Well, this is the election year and South Africa heads to polls today.
In the most competitive election since the end of apartheid, the ruling African and National Party will be put to test for the very first time in history. The question being, can ANC hold on to power, and is the opposition rising on an anti-incumbency mood? My colleague Ananya Datta tells you more.
South Africa is one of the most important countries in the African continent. In the changing world order, many are hopeful of the country's economy. But as Africa teaches us time and again, a good economy needs a stable government. And today, South Africa is staring at the most unpredictable election in its 30 years of democratic rule. Logistics first. Out of the 62 million people, about 45% have registered for this year's elections. A little over 23,000 polling stations have been set up. 70 political parties and 11 independents are in the fray. Now, the elections are for national and provincial elections. It will be the country's 7th election since apartheid ended in the year 1994. That is when Nelson Mandela became the president. But his legacy is what is being put to test this time. Well, the public sentiment has been against the ruling party, and some blame corruption, poor economy, unemployment that is at its highest as we speak, rising instances of crime and power cuts. Some voters say that they just want change. And this is where today's key face is coming in. African National Congress, the ANC, is obviously in the race with Cyril Ramaphosa heading it. Then there is MK Party with Jacob Zuma, who has been disallowed from contesting elections this time. Democratic Alliance Party is also in the fray with John Steenhuisen. An economic freedom fighter under Julius Malema is also in the fray. Now, he interestingly quit the ruling ANC to form this radical leftist party and could potentially become the kingmaker in this year's election. Let's come to the process now. In earlier elections, only political parties competed for 400 seats in the National Assembly. For the very first time, independent candidates will compete in this election. And this is why all voters will receive 3 different ballots this time. Among these, 2 ballots will be electing the National Assembly. The 2 ballots being the Regional National Assembly with 200 seats and National Ballot with 200 seats. So 400 seats making the entire House. And the third will be the electing member of the Provincial Legislature. Remember, South Africans do not directly vote for the president. The majority party chooses their leader, and then that leader goes on to become the president.